Welcome to the londontown.com translation service. Step 1 of the process is to visit the URL translations.londontown.com. You can see it at the top of the screen here now, translations.londontown.com. Enter the username and password that you've been provided with into the login panel, and the first time you log in you can choose to press change password and enter a more memorable password. Otherwise you can press login and go straight to the home page. The translation service is very simple. You can see it's been divided on the left hand side into three areas: back end, phrases and front end. It's important that you undertake the project in this order. Back end is the majority of the work, over 40,000 words. Phrases is just a few hundred words, and front end is 4,000 words. But it's important that the work is undertaken in this order because some of the translation that you do in the phrases stage is used in the front end. So if we have a look at the back end is divided into a number of subcategories, but the process is exactly the same. If we go into one of these categories, hotel descriptions, what you see is the English paragraph is presented at the top, and you replace the copy of that paragraph with your translated text. Likewise, you can see here, near to the Natural History Museum, in the box below, you replace that text with the translated text, and then at the end of the process you press submit, and it'll bring up another section to translate. If we go into the phrases section, it looks slightly different. What you'll see is there's a number of words on the left hand side with a red box around them, and you'll also notice that there's another word in brackets. So the English word is in brackets, and what you need to do is click on the word with the red border, and here at the top of the screen you can see the English word at the top, and below you enter in the translated word. What you might notice sometimes is that we have this auto translation service running at the minute. Please do replace all those words with what is the perfect word for translating that term. And please remember, the context always is that we're a hotel booking service. So if different words can be used, please use the one that you think is most appropriate if somebody was booking a hotel. So you add your translated word here at the top, and you press the button on the right that says save, and then you move on to the next word. If you scroll down the page, you'll see there's just a few hundred words in the phrases section that need to be translated in this way. Having completed the phrases section, you can then move on to the front end. And this is, although one of the smaller sections, just 4,000 words, it is also one of the most complicated. So if we start, there's these 34 sections. If we start with, let's start with step 4, the hotel's homepage. What you see here is an actual page on the site in English, and what we're doing is we're translating the text that is actually used within the interface. And the reason we're doing it within the interface is we need to make sure of two things. We need to make sure that the context is correct, but we also need to make sure that the text fits. It's most important that that the interface is not, let's say, damaged or destroyed by having text that really doesn't fit and spoils the look of the page. To start the translation process, you need to go to the top of the screen and press this link here that says, at the very top, it says show editable regions. And like in the phrases section, you can now see red boxes around all of the text that needs to be translated. So if I click here on the word room, I hear once again enter room, put in the correct translation below, and go to save, and my room has changed to the French. Now if we go back again to this index, what we need to do is click through all of these and do the translation that appears on the first page. Step 4 is slightly more complicated, because what we also need to do is undertake a search. Now to make this Find My Hotel button work, we have to go back to the top and put Hide Editable Regions. and click, let's just put in some dates like in December and do my search. And this page, we go back up to the top, show editable regions. We also need to see, having translated the first page, are there any items on this page that still need translating? And there probably will be a number of items down the left hand side of the screen here, these facilities at the hotels, total cost of stay. There'll be a few items on this page that still need translating, and then just to check we need to click through to the end of the booking process to be sure that we've picked up, oh sorry, before we can move ahead we have to go to hide editable regions, then we go to info and rates, show editable regions,